Afternoon. I I'm a caregiver to my mother. I've been for 24/7 since this pandemic started and continues. We continuously take precautions so that we do not get an airborne virus. I'm purposely wearing a mask now to let you know that I'm someone who's COVID safe, COVID aware, COVID cautious. I prefer wearing a duck bill, and the reason why this particular style, I really like that I have the seal over my nose, my cheeks, and my chin, and it's a lightweight. The other N95s are like a cone. I really don't like the sensory on touch, but for me, I love this style. So I'm home. I have an air purifier on, and usually too when I'm out and about, anytime I open my door, this is how I am. And this is primarily, I live in an apartment building. There are people who are sick all the time who walk down my hallway. I live on the top floor. A lot of people walk on this floor to get to the roof. There are people who are sick. I'm trying not to get sick. At my door, I keep an air purifier because whenever I open the door, I could possibly get sick. And I have a neighbor who's always sick with COVID. You can get COVID multiple times. This woman, I swear, she's had it at least during the year. She has it at least almost 4 times during the year. It's wild. I think she has long COVID, which means that it's long COVID is also known as MECFS, which is chronic fatigue syndrome. She's always extremely tired, many aches. There are over 200 symptoms I'll share. So that's like a really long introduction for me to say this. I'm about to take off this. So I'm now over 50, and I was supposed to start getting a colonoscopy when I believe I was 45, but as you know, this pandemic started, but now 6 years ago. So I was 46. So I'm sorry, I was 45. So 45 plus 6, 41. I mean 51. Anyway, they asked me a question. I don't have cancer, colon cancer, or anything like that in my family that I know of. I don't know anybody in my family who's had it. But they asked me something, and I just want to remind people about this. And as those of you who follow me, I'm a caregiver, I'm doing everything. So they asked me, is there someone who could come with me physically to this appointment? No. The one person just died. They just died last week. I don't know if they had long COVID. I don't know exactly how this happened. They were in their early 60s, I believe. So I just want people to understand that this virus is doing a lot of different things to people. There's a lot of depression with this, and I don't think people are realizing this. I'm I don't really like talking to people who don't understand the lifestyle that I'm living in. So yeah, there are a lot of you who I know before this started, but I really don't like going into having more conversations because it's about, oh, I went here, I went there. Where did I go? Help my mom, went to the doctor, stay inside, deal with things. Now I actually did go to New York last week. Don't Very stressful. No, I don't have time to see anybody because I am trying to stay safe. I handled my business there, came back. I was very just annoyed on the train because so many people were coughing, all that. So I'm just saying this. One, make sure you have someone who you trust who will go to a doctor's appointment with you. I hope the one person, because the person who died, that was like my backup for all this. In fact, if I died, they had all access to all my accounts in terms of my social media, everything. They're dead. So now I have to, hopefully my other friend will be able to do this. But you really need to have a emergency contact. It's really more that I want to say, just be careful. Or in the fall. Let me tell you something that's really annoyed me. I've say more in this past month. I'm so sick. Well, there's this thing called these ongoing airborne viruses. You really should be taking precautions. Beyond wearing a mask when you're in enclosed spaces, even when you're outside in places where you have a lot of people who are congregated. That's called a super spreader event. You go to concerts, you go to sporting events, you go to conventions. Even when you're in a school, not K through 12, college, all that, you should be wearing a mask when you're inside. And you need to have layers of protection. So you need to have air purifiers of a HEPA filter or a MER13 filter. Those two filters kill airborne viruses. Another thing, open a window. If your room has a window, open it. The whole issue is the air. It's not, the mask is just one layer, but you have to look at the whole totality. If you have, like for me, in my building, because we have many common areas, I make sure I wear a mask when I'm there. I go outside, I'm thankful. And the main reason why I wear eye gear is that my friend's brother caught COVID in his eyes, and that's how he dies. I'm not saying anything about the vaccine. That's your choice. I choose to take it. I don't want to talk about it. I hope this helps somebody. I know this is a long video. Thanks for listening. I'll share some links of where you get some more information. And have a great day. Bye.